Hello everyone, this is Eugene with Ionic Design Studios. There's been a question that's been going around about social media and your presence in how you relate to people. Maybe in your business you're actually reaching out to individuals and contacting them and communicating with them. And same thing in your even personal social media platforms. And I'm talking Facebook, I guess the Twitter thing, Instagram, lots of pictures and things like that in there. And you could probably even include LinkedIn, being that it's more of a business platform, but still, that's all social. And I think that's a big part of it. One of the things that I've recently noticed when somebody asked me a question about how do you reach out, how do you connect with people, how do you communicate, what do you do? And, I just kind of put out some things that I feel good about, that are about me, that I'm involved in, that I'm active in, or things like that. But a bigger part that I see is my involvement with other businesses, other communities, other individuals, people that are following me, people that I follow, things like that. Very active. But somebody actually asked me about how do you grow that, and I don't. I'm not necessarily an influencer, but one of the things that I think I found that is about connecting with people and communicating with them. If somebody walked up to you and said something, would you ignore them, or would you respond to them, answer their question, or add into part of the conversation that you stepped into? So there's a big part of that. There's some individuals in the business world I see that all they do is just post stuff about themselves, about their business, about what they're doing, about whatever, but they never really communicate or engage with other people. They never make comments about other people's activities. They never interact with others, do anything that's there. And I feel like that's really a mistake. How do you build a relationship if you don't communicate, if you don't talk to people, if you don't encourage them, if you don't say fantastic job or looking good, or hey, I've got some things that I've done just similar like that and can share, just added influences on there. I bring this up because even on a personal side, a few years ago, I was preparing for a race, a big race, and I had a personal trainer. And the personal trainer, I'd been going there a total of 10 months in preparation for this big race that I was doing. And 2 weeks beforehand, the owner had no clue about the race that I was doing. I mean, I was going overseas. I was going over to England and everything else to prepare for this race. It was it was one of the 12 toughest races in the world, and here I am going over there, and here I am paying him money, good money, to be able to be trained, and he never, ever knew what I was in there for and what I was being part of it. I thought that was just such a loss that he didn't even communicate with me or connect with me, a client. Basically, even though he had a trainer that was, training me, and he himself, but, again, my money goes to him and ultimately kind of distributes down. And even made things worse is the fact that while I'm over in that race and he knew about it, not one message of encouragement, not one tag in my social media page or anything else saying, good job, you got this, or whatever else, just kind of silence. It's like, okay, you post stuff, but you never interact with other people's success in your own businesses. And I think that's really important. I like to reach out to other people's businesses that we engage in, that we help with, and that we do, and other vendors that work with us and everything else, and kind of comment on the things that are there. I'm not perfect at it. I definitely don't try to say that, but it's a big part, I think, about relationships and bonding those relationships and being part of that. And very important. So if you're out there and you're trying to build your social media, don't just post stuff and never interact with others. Try to engage in conversations. Try to add your 2 cents, whichever way it is, or be able to share some notes, be able to take it and say, hey, that was a great share. Thank you for putting that out there. I might be able to use that information. So that's my 2 cents for the day. Hopefully it'll help you grow your business on the social platform, and hopefully it'll actually even create relationships, both personal and business-wise, as you continue to stride forward. Thanks so much. Have a great day.